Folks, this is our 1 millionth interview.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, with the czar of the world, or at least Comic-Con, as I call him. Actually, the director of marketing and public relations for Comic-Con, Dave Glanzer. And our annual checkup. First of all, the state of Comic-Con and this year's show. You know?
Looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little warm this summer, but everyone seems to have weathered it pretty well. They've been friendly, considerate, good crowds, very, very busy, and everybody seems to be having a really good time.
Anaheim versus LA. You were in LA this year, WonderCon. Sadly, I missed it, but are you going back to Anaheim?
We're going back to Anaheim. So what happened was Anaheim had another show in there that it didn't allow us to have, or it would have proven to be a challenge because I think we lost one of the halls and some other stuff. So luckily there was a cancellation in Los Angeles, so we were able to hop up to LA for a year. And that worked out pretty well as well. It was a nice facility. We learned a lot of stuff. But we're back in Anaheim. We'll probably be there for at least 1 or 2 more years.
San Francisco still? Or
we'd love to get back to San Francisco. I think there's a little bit of a challenge there still. Mm-hmm. Right now we're working with with some people in San Francisco about having a very small event. So we'll be probably talking more about that as Comic-Con wraps up.
I want to say this before I get on to talking about the Marriott. There's a lot of bad information coming out in general, Trump and all this stuff. But no one talks about the fact that this place, you have 150,000 people or so, badge or not badge. Nothing major ever happens. Everybody's happy, all ages. This is the real America to me,
I would agree. We have a very diversified crowd, a very diverse age group, people from not only all over the country, but all over the world. I think we're very accustomed to have been treated, some of us have been treated not the best. And so I think when we come to Comic-Con, I think we really treat each other like we would want to be treated.
Yeah.
And everybody really does seem to get along and treat each other well. And especially, people have commented, especially with the heat, you would think that nerves would be frayed and whatnot. But for the most part, everybody's
nothing
just
like that.
along. No. Yeah, we're very, very happy about that.
Someone on the media, mainstream media, has got to say this. I'm sorry, they just do. Okay, Marriott. The Marriott expanded. How's that working out?
Fantastic. It's a beautiful facility. They've done a great job. We have some programming over there. We're very excited about that. Hopefully we'll have even more next year. It took a little while. They did a great job. And people who've been over there have been very, very happy about it.
Nice. How's the campus expansion? Okay, let's talk about expansion. Where are we with expansion? I know we have the football issue, but as much as you can say.
Well, so what we know now is the city was looking for an expanded convention center, contiguous. Basically, they were going to put on a few more halls onto the building that exists now. As I understand it, there are 2 proposals for a non-contiguous space, so a space off-site, either a block away or several blocks away. And both of those right now are maybe on the ballot, I think, so they'll be up for a general vote, as I understand it.
So is it Comic-Con versus the Chargers?
I don't think so. One of the things that we've been on record of saying is a contiguous expanded convention center would benefit us more. And we think also other events coming to San Diego. Having a building across the street or blocks away poses a problem because who do you put in? It isn't display space that's an issue. It's retail space. So which of our retailers here do we then say, okay, you can stay in the big facility, but who do we send then to the smaller facility? And on top of that, if we decide not to use the space, we would probably still have to rent it, if nothing else than to block a rival convention or event from coming in. So there's that dilemma. And other cities say, or you could just come to our city where we have contiguous space and you don't have that dilemma. So we'll see what happens.
And there's something else going on, another development over the pier, I think someone mentioned to me.
So Seaport Village,
right.
The lease, as I understand it, is up for that. Mm-hmm. I know they received several different proposals. I'm not sure if they've chosen a proposal or what the timeline is for that, but that's looking like it has several different iterations as well for shopping and maybe entertainment and stuff like that.
Yeah. And finally, how big can this get?
Well, we're very thankful and grateful to the city and local hotels because we've been able to expand across the street with displays and using meeting space in some of these other locations. So we're hanging in there.
Yeah.
This year we continue to cap attendance. I assume we'll probably be a little bit over 135,000 again, or a lot over 135,000. But we don't know. We always count badges redeemed. So just because you bought a badge doesn't necessarily count you as an attendee.
Right.
You have to have attended the show.
Oh, what was this with Las Vegas?
I honestly don't know. We've always heard people talk about different locations where Comic-Con could expand. Right now, we're contracted to stay in San Diego until 2018. We're working on negotiating for 3 more years. And I think once the convention ends, we'll probably be starting that in earnest.
But this election's a big deal.
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens if any of these proposals end up getting approved, and if they do, then we'll have to look at the situation then and see how we move forward.
Thank you. Hey, the best. Like I said, the czar of at least the Comic-Con, if not the world, but we'll take Comic-Con. Thanks.